Today, inshallah, we are going to complete our talk about the industrial organizations in different markets. In the last class, we studied the break-even point, shutdown point, and the equilibrium point. Today, we are going to use or to calculate or determine the break-even point, shutdown point, and equilibrium point using numerical examples and graphs. So here we are talking about, or in this case, we are focusing on the perfect, or discussing the perfect competition market. As we mentioned that, or before, that the perfect competition market has large number of consumers and the producers, and it's easy to enter and exit from the markets without barriers. There are no entry barriers and exit barriers from to the market. So to understand how can we determine the break-even point, shutdown point, and equilibrium point, we will take the following example, right? But before that, I will remind you the formulas or the break-even point and the shutdown point. As we mentioned before that, the break-even point is determined when total revenue equals the total cost, right? And so we said that if total revenue is bigger than total cost, we have an economic profits. Economic profits is positive. Number two, if total revenue equals total cost, here we have economic profit equals 0, and this is the break-even point, right? Number three, if total revenue is less than total cost, the economic profit is negative, right? We have the relationship between prices and ATC from these formulas, and we said that when total revenue is bigger than total cost, here we're talking about the price times the Q is bigger than ATC times the Q. And we said that if the price is bigger than ATC, here we have the economic profit is positive. This the price equals ATC, economic profit is 0. And if the price is less than ATC, the economic profit is negative. This point has been discussed or are discussed in the last class, right? To determine the equilibrium, the shutdown point, we said we have to study the relationship between the total revenue and TVC, and then we derive the relationship between the price and average variable cost. We said that if total revenue is bigger than TVC, we advise the company or the business to run or to keep working in order to minimize the cost. To minimize the loss here. And we said that sometimes the organization or the business faces a loss, but it has to keep working, right? So sometimes maybe we have a loss and we have to keep working. Keep working. This is our advice. If total revenue, this is number one. So if the price is bigger than AVC, although or even if we have a loss, we have to keep working, right? The case number two, if total revenue equals total variable cost, here we're talking about the shutdown point, the confusion point for either to shut down or keep working, right? So here, this is the shutdown point. The point at which the organization has two options, either to keep working or to keep working, right? So this is the shutdown point at which the total revenue equals the total variable cost. Sometimes we have a loss, but in this case, the organization or the business is confused to either to keep working or to run. the keeping working means or equals working equals shutting down, right? So here, this is the shutdown point. Number 3, if total revenue, which means if the price equals average variable cost, here we have the shutdown point, the confusion point, right? If the total revenue, number 3, if total revenue is less than TVC, here the company or the business should close down, right? Because closing down is better for the organization, right? Tamam? Now, if total revenue is bigger than TVC, we have a loss, right? It's called normal profit. خلص هذا إذا كان total revenue إذا اشتغلنا وغطينا التي في سي مع شوية تي اف سي بسموها هذه normal profit. هي loss. In economics we call it normal profit. إذا هذا normal profit we have a loss in general. Economic profit is negative, but we call it normal profit because the business here covered TVC plus part of total fixed cost. صح؟ غطت التي في سي plus part of TFC. عشان بيسموها normal profit. مالها؟ هي loss بالأساس because total revenue is less than total cost. بس غطت التي في سي يعني الشغل أفضل من القعدة. تمام؟ هذا بيسموه هيك normal profit. We have a normal profit. Normal profit positive. هي loss بالأساس because total revenue is less than TVC. It's total cost. هنا هيك normal profit. Where is it? The second point. When total revenue equals TVC, normal profit equals zero. Normal profit equals zero. Normal profit equals zero. And the last case, normal profit is negative. Right? تمام. Let's have a numerical example and study the relationship or determine the equilibrium or the shutdown point, break-even point, and the profit maximization point. Okay. Suppose that we are talking about a business that works in the perfect competition market in the short run. In the short run, we have a business that works under the perfect competition market, right? And we have the following data. The perfect competition market, as we mentioned, that the price or the customer or the business is a price taker, not a price maker, which means all organizations or all business in the market sell the price or sell under the same prices. And the organization, the business, or the selling one unit, let us assume 1 unit, the price of per unit of the product equals 10 shekels. If the company or the business tends to sell 2 units, the price will be the same. The total will be 20 shekels. 3 units, 30 shekels, because here we have a fixed price. Because you're talking about a perfect competition market. سوق منافسة كاملة, right? Now, let us assume that we have the following organization, company, that works under the perfect competition market, and we have the following data. In this example, we are talking about a business that works under the perfect competition market in the short run, not in the long run, right? And we have a fixed price, different quantities, and the total cost is given. The requirements we have to calculate the total fixed cost, TVC, total profit, marginal revenue, marginal cost, average fixed cost, average variable cost, and average cost. Complete the table and determine the break-even point, the shutdown point, and the break-even point, sorry, the equilibrium point, right? Then complete the table. Number one, complete the table. To complete the table here, we have to calculate the total revenue. TR is total revenue. Price times the quantity, price times the quantity, 0. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. That's it, right? Number 2, total fixed cost. At Q equals 0. At Q equals 0. Total cost equals the total fixed cost. So all of them will be 10. Because they are fixed. تمام؟ طيب. Total variable cost equals total cost minus TFC. 0, 10, 8, 18, yes. 25, 30, 35, how much? 42, 50, 58.6, 68.6, 83.6, and 110. This is what? The total variable cost. TP is the total profit. TP is the total profit, which equals total revenue minus total cost. There were total economic profits. When we say here total profits, total economic profits. تمام؟ طيب. Total profit equals total revenue minus total cost. 0 minus 10 minus 10. 10 minus 20 minus 10. 20 minus total revenue minus total cost minus 10. صح؟ 10 minus 20 minus 10. 20 minus 28 minus 8 minus 5. 0. 5, 8, 10, 70 minus 60, 10. Where is it? Oh, here. 80 minus 68.6. How much is it? Sorry? 0.4. 11. أعطونا أرقام مضبوطة. واللي بعده؟ برضه 11.4. And then 6.4. صح؟ And then minus 10. Where is the break-even point? From this data here, where is the break-even point? وين نقطة التعادل? When total revenue equals total cost. The break-even point occurs or achieved when total revenue equals total cost. Where is it? Here. Total revenue equals total cost at total profit is 0 or equals 0. Here we have what? Break-even point. So the break-even quantity is 4 units. The break-even price is $10. طبعا هذا اللي هو هاي. نعم. The break-even point, break-even point وين بصير؟ and total revenue equals total cost صح؟ or the price equals ATC هنشوف هلقيت or at the price equals ATC يعني عند النقطة هذه ATC must be 10 هلقيت هنشوف. طيب let's calculate the marginal revenue and marginal cost. Marginal revenue or whereas the shutdown point طبعا هي المينيمم AVC هلقيت حنشوف بعض الشغلات. خلينا نعمل completion للتيبل. Where's the shutdown point? At the point where the total revenue equals total variable cost. Where is it? في عندنا نقطة زي هيك؟ لا بعيدا عن الزيرو. هي المينيمم AVC حنشوفها كمان شوي بس لحظة شوي. خلينا نشوف في عندي shut down point. خلينا بس نكمل let's complete the table بعدين نعمل determination للحاجة. Marginal revenue equals change in total revenue over change in quantity produced. طبعا هو change in quantity produced كله 1 وبالتالي عمل change في total revenue. إذا هنا عندنا 10 minus 0 10 20 minus 10 10 30 minus 10 exactly. عشان هيك in the perfect competition market in the short run the price equals marginal revenue. In the perfect competition market the price equals marginal revenue. في كل الحالات if the business works under the perfect competition market the sold price or the selling price equals the marginal revenue. تمام؟ هذا البزنس وين بيشتغل؟ في perfect competition market صح؟ The price is fixed. In the perfect competition market the marginal revenue equals the price or the price equals marginal revenue. وثوابت. باللونج ران كمان. لأنه هو أصلاً البرايس فيكس. تمام؟ في كل البيرفكت كومبيتيشن ماركت the short run long run price equals marginal revenue. تمام؟ إذا هذا استنتجناه من الداتا. إذا in the perfect competition market and the perfect competition market price equals marginal revenue in all cases. تمام؟ طيب marginal cost MC a change in total cost over change in quantity or a change in TVC over change in quantity. صح؟ And as long as the quantity or the change in quantity equals 1, so the marginal cost in this case equals change in total cost over. So here 20 طبعا 0 20 minus 10 10 8 how much is it 7 5 sorry هذا 5 yes 7 8 8.6 10 93 point how much is it حد يحسبها على الآلة هيك 93.6 minus 78.6 15 and then 120 minus 93.26.4 okay. Where's the highest total profit? Where is the highest total profit? No. 11.4 صح؟ The best point is the point at which marginal revenue equals the marginal cost. The best, the quantity that maximizes the profits for the business is a Q9. It has to produce at a Q equals 9, at which the marginal revenue equals the marginal cost. Here we have the highest profit. أعلى ربح وين صار؟ At the marginal revenue equals the marginal cost. وهذا قاعدة في كل الماركتس. The equilibrium points, the best point, the optimal point for the business is the point at which the marginal revenue equals the marginal cost. The previous one? Here, القاعدة الاقتصادية, the equilibrium point is the point at which marginal revenue equals the marginal cost. هذا achieved أو مظبوط. Regardless. Here we have the total profit, the highest total profit. Isn't the highest total profit وين بصير؟ اللي هو بسموها equilibrium point, the best point. هذا equilibrium point. At the marginal revenue equals the marginal cost. At a Q equals how much? 9 units. So, and this, or for this company, so, لا سيبيكي منها, هذه اللي فوق ما لهاش معنى. وين؟ Where's the highest profit? The highest total profit. Minus, we have a loss, break even. Here we have profit, 5, 8, 10, 11.4, 11.4, 6.4 minus 10. What do you see? The highest total profit occurs or achieved at the marginal revenue equals the marginal cost. تمام? At a Q equals 9 here. حنشوف التحويلة هيها. بعديها جت لا مش بعد التحويلة لا. قلت حنعمل جراف وتبين لنا كل شيء طيب. Average fixed cost TFC over Q 10 over 1 10 10 over 2 5 10 over 3 3.3 2 ونص 2 and the last 0 okay 0 and ثواني 10 over 10 here 1 and then 10 over 11 تمام AVC TVC over Q TVC over Q 10 over 1 10 9 TVC over Q 9 yeah 9 and then 25 over 3 8.3 and then keep silent please 7 لا اللي بقى قبله 30 over 4 7.5 7 7 صح 50 over 7, how much is it? And then 58.6 over 8, how much is it? 7.3. And then 68.6 over 9, how much? And then 9.36. مظبوط؟ No. 8 point, yeah. Sorry, the previous one is wrong. ولا لا مظبوط هذا؟ اوكي. قديش هذه؟ بعد 7.6. And then 83.6 over 10, 8.36. And then 10. What about the average total cost? ATC. TC over Q. تمام نصغر هاي بس هيك. TC over Q. TC 20 over 1, 20. Yes, and then? 14, yeah. No. TC over Q, 14, and then, yeah, 11 point. 45 over 5. ولا وين هذا الحساب؟ 10. Okay. AFC plus AVC, how much is it here? 10, 9, 8.6, 0.6, yes. 8.4, 5, 8.5, مظبوط, yes. 8.7, 9.36, 10.9. What do you see? The break-even point is determined when the total revenue equals total cost, total profit equals 0, and the price equals ATC. صح? Total revenue equals TC, and the price equals ATC. صح؟ مظبوط؟ طيب. Let's determine or use a graph here. Let's use the graph here. Draw the demand curve. هذا واحد. Determine the equilibrium point, the shutdown point, and the break-even point using graph. شوفوا. Here's the graph. Q. And here's the marginal cost. What about the marginal cost? It's decreasing and then increasing. Hey, this is the marginal cost. Decreasing as long as the quantity increases and then increases, right? طيب. FVC here. FVC is decreasing and then increasing. Hey. هيو decreasing and then increasing. مظبوط؟ طيب. And it's bigger than the marginal cost. هي طلع. بعدين وين؟ بصير أصغر منه. هي. شفتوا اللي أخذناه قبل هيك؟ When the AVC is bigger than MC. شو ال AVC بيكون؟ خلينا نعمله هيك. When AVC is bigger than MC, ال AVC is decreasing. هي. When AVC is bigger than هيو 9 وهذا 8. مين أعلى من مين؟ AVC is bigger than MC صح؟ صح؟ لحد هان هيك. شو الوضع؟ AVC is decreasing. صح؟ The right side here. مين أعلى من مين؟ MC is bigger than AVC. AVC is increasing. هي. When AVC is less than MC, AVC is increasing. طب ال ATC شوفوا the equilibrium, sorry, the shutdown point occurs when the price equals AVC or at the minimum AVC. يعني أقل رقم لل AVC هذا اسمه shutdown point. هيا A point A here. The minimum AVC is the shutdown point. The minimum of ATC is the break-even point. Is the break-even point. Point B here. So, where is the break-even point? Is at the point or at the minimum ATC. Here. Where is the minimum ATC? Where is ATC here? تمام ثواني. طب نشوف الشت داون بوينت. هو if the price اذا الديماند كيف بيجي معلش بس ارجع. الديماند كيف بيطلع معنا؟ نرسم الديماند كيرف كوانتو هاي البرايس عشان قبل هاي. at Q equals 1 how much is the price؟ خلينا نقول هذا 2 4 6 8 10. How much at a Q equals 1? How much is the price? 10. At 2, 10. 3. هذا الديماند كيرف. هو equals the price و equals marginal revenue. هو نفس marginal revenue. هاي طلعوا لي في هذا marginal revenue is fixed. At Q equals 1, marginal revenue equals 1. At 2, 10. 2, 3, 10. So here, this is the price or the demand curve in the perfect competition market. For the business that works under the perfect competition market, the price equals the marginal revenue and the demand curve is perfectly elastic, horizontal. perfectly elastic بمعنى في المؤسسة هذه فيها لها مليون بديل وكله ببيع نفس the same products صح؟ Demand is perfectly elastic. تمام. السؤال هلا if the price was here here in this graph here, MC, AVC, ATC, and the price marginal revenue. If the price was above here, above the ATC, نلون هيك. Here, this is the demand curve. Price equals MR equals demand. Hey, this is the demand curve. To determine if the business achieves profit, loss, or break even, let us assume here that the price equals 10. If the price was 10 here, تمام? Determine the equilibrium price. The equilibrium price occurs or achieves at the margin when the marginal revenue equals the marginal cost. Where is the marginal revenue equals the marginal cost? قلنا هي هاد صح؟ صح؟ مظبوط؟ هيو. The highest total profit, the best point is at which the marginal revenue equals the marginal cost. مظبوط؟ صح؟ هيو. وين المارجنال ريفينيو وين المارجنال كوست؟ هاي المارجنال ريفينيو صح؟ وهي المارجنال كوست. This is the equilibrium point. واللي منها بنحدد if the business achieves or يعني performs a loss, profits or break even. تمام؟ طيب هنا هيك. بعيدا عن السؤال اللي احنا معانا هذا هيك. If the price was here, do we have profits, break even, or loss? And why? Yeah? To determine the break even, profits, or loss, we have to take a line here from the equilibrium point to ATC. شفتوا؟ بناخد من ال E from the equilibrium point وبنروح على ATC. Here, this point is along at the ATC. And this point is the price. Which is bigger? The price or ATC? The price is bigger than ATC. Which means what? We have a profits here. Economic profits. تمام? Right? طيب, how much is the total profit? This is the total economic profits here. And let us assume that the ATC equals 7 here. Sorry? Here in this example, at the marginal revenue equals the marginal cost. How much is the Q? 9. خلينا نشتغل على actual. هذا 9. تمام? How much is ATC? ATC is how much? 8.7. هيا. 8.7. Right? How much is the price? هو 10. هيو 10. Equals 10. Calculate total revenue, total cost, and total profit. طب أنا عارف. لا بتحسبهم هيك وحدد total profits on the graph. Total revenue شو بيساوي؟ TR. Price times quantity. Price عندنا هيو شايفين؟ total revenue هيو. ما هيو كل هذا هيك اسمه total revenue. Price times quantity. 10 times 90. 10 في 9 90. Is it correct? وينها؟ هيها. How much is total cost? إذا هذا كله هيك. Total revenue, total cost, ATC times Q. صح؟ TC total cost ATC times Q. How much is ATC in this case? هيو 8.7 times the quantity equals 9. How much is it? راح تطلع هذا 7 to 8.6. صح؟ إذا هاي total revenue هيو هيك price times quantity كل هذا طلع لنا ماله total revenue, and here's the total cost. Total revenue minus total cost. Here we have the total profit. How much is the total profit? هيو هذا في هذا 9 times the difference between the price and ATC. صح؟ صح ولا غلط؟ اللي هو هذا total profit. TP هذا هيك is the total profit. Total profit equals price minus ATC times Q. الفرق بين هدول هيك مضروب في الكوانتيتي 100% طول في العرض صحيح. price minus ATC كله مضروب في الكوانتيتي. صح؟ لو هذا total profit equals the price times quantity 11 minus ATC 8.7 times quantity 9 راح يطلع total profit اللي هو الرقم هذا شايفين 11.4. هو زي ما طلع ايش قبلوني
هو بيطلع 11.7 بس لانه في كان بعد
قبلتيني بس انا في عندنا بكون في mistakes ولا
لا بيكون عشان في عندنا في 8.7 كنا
في مقربينها تقريب مظبوط عشان هيك طلعت بالضبط. اذا هذا 11.4 على الحسبه تبعتنا هنا بس احنا مقربين تقريب لهذا. تمام. طيب if the price was so here if the price was above ATC بمعنى جاي البرايس خلينا نقول اجى هيك قلنا هذا بننزل from the equilibrium point على ال ATC صح؟ طب لو كان تحت منه خلينا نشوف on the graph break Q MC AVC and ATC. MC, MR, AVC, ATC, and price. The first case, we assumed that the price was above ATC, above the minimum ATC or above the ATC. Now, let us assume that the price was below ATC. When below ATC, يعني يجي هيك. Price equals MR equals D. بس ماله it's above AVC. ماله هو أنا to determine إنه في profits or loss. The price here is below ATC. Here we have a loss or break even or profits. We have a loss because the price is less than ATC, which means total revenue is less than total cost. تمام؟ تمام ولا عاه؟ دخلنا في الفهمين عاه وبعدين وين رحنا نلقي؟ طيب. Here, where's the equilibrium point? The equilibrium occurs when marginal revenue equals marginal cost. At this point here, marginal revenue equals the marginal cost. And the marginal cost is increasing. طبعا هذا هيك. and the condition إنه the best point is at the point at which marginal revenue equals the marginal cost and marginal cost is increasing. هيك الشرط. تمام؟ طيب. So here is the equilibrium point. تمام؟ To calculate the equilibrium, if we have a profits or loss or break even, we should go to ATC. صح؟ هاي ال ATC. بجري ورا مين أنا قاعد؟ ال ATC. لو كان تحت بنزل له، طالع فوق بطلع له. هي كده. تمام؟ ما تنحش. ركزوا الدنيا آخر النهار. Here's the price. And here's the point is at ATC. Which means خلوني البرايس بيساوي 10 واسيوم انه ال ATC اي رقم اعلى منه. ATC خلوها عند 14 هن. بدي افترض هيك. How much is Q؟ مش لازم بلاش ارقام خلص هيك. تمام. This is here total loss. How much is the total economic loss? هذا profits ولا loss؟ loss. مظبوط؟ يعني لو هذا كان 12 12 وهذا 10 وهذا 7 هيك. regardless ابعدوا عن الارقام هاي. How much is the total revenue? Price for quantity 10 times 7 70. How much is the total cost? 12 times 7. صح؟ 84. The total loss هذا total loss, total economic loss. هو profits negative. صح؟ Because total cost is bigger than total revenue. صح؟ مظبوط؟ طيب. The third case. خلينا نخلي البرايس يجي tangent للمينيموم AVC. هيك. The third case. So, what do you see? If the price is above or bigger than ATC, we have a profits, total profits. Total economic profits will be positive. If the price is below or less than ATC, here we have total economic profits is negative, or we have total loss. صح? If the price equals ATC, خلينا نجيبه هيك. The third case. The third case, when the price equals ATC, when the price equals ATC, and we will assume that the price equals or tangent the minimum ATC. هاي بده يجي هيك. This is the price here. MR equals D equals the price. To determine the equilibrium point when MR equals MC. هيها وين MR بيساوي MC هيها. وبروح على ال ATC. وين ال ATC؟ هو أصلاً هيو قاعد هان. صح؟ إذن هذا ال E هيك. How much is هذا ال ATC برضه؟ Total revenue equals total cost because total revenue هو the price times the quantity. With total cost ATC times the Q. So total revenue equals the total cost. So the break-even point is the point here, or the minimum ATC, or at the point at which price tangent the minimum ATC, or price equals ATC, or total revenue equals total cost. تمام? Here, no profit, no loss. Total profit, total economic profit equals 0. صح؟ قديش التوتال ريفينيو في هذا؟ هي البرايس times Q. يعني هذا this is the total revenue صح؟ How much is total cost? ATC times Q, the same. So total profit, total economic profit equals total revenue minus total cost. هذا total economic profits. Then total economic profits equals 0. No profit, no loss. No economic profits, no economic loss. Right? طيب. We still have 3 cases. خلينا على هذا هيك. When the price احنا حطينا البرايس اجى مرة above ATC صح؟ واجى tangent مع المينيمم ATC. طبعا هذا قلنا equilibrium point and break even point at the same time صح؟ وقلنا مرة البرايس اجى هيك. جاي between ال ATC وال AVC صح؟ قلنا هذا loss. طيب لو بدي اجيبه هان هيك مع ال AVC خلينا نشوف. Shutdown point, yeah. We are gonna determine the shutdown point here, at which the price equals AVC, not ATC. تمام? Then هيك. The same graph. Price, MC, MR, AVC, ATC. Here's MC. AVC and ATC. باختصار عارفين شو عملنا؟ حطينا مرة الديماند فوق، مرة تانجنت مع الاي تي سي، مرة بين between ATC and AVC. هلا بيجي هنا هيك تانجنت مع الاي في سي وبعدين نحطه تحتيه. باختصار هيك قاعدين بننقل فيه. تمام؟ طيب شفناها هنا هيك. Between when demand curve was between ATC أو AVC. قلنا في عنده لوس صح؟ يعني قلنا هاي الايكوليبريم بيجي هيك، هاي الاي تي سي. هاي البرايس. We have what? We have a loss. طب what is your advice, to work or to shut down? Why? خدي هيك انزل على الاي في سي. To determine that if we have to work or to shut down or to close. Well, how can we determine the AVC? هاي باخذ من الايكوليبريم، هذا دائما الايكوليبريم هي نقطة الانطلاق في الشغل تبعي. بأنزل منها to the AVC. مش هاي نقطة على AVC؟ مين على البرايس ولا AVC؟ إذن we have to work. We have to keep working. يعني الرغم في أن although we have a loss, we have to work because the price is above AVC. Exactly. من ال AFC أو من ال TFC. صح؟ طب how much is TVC؟ يعني let's calculate. أنا لسه ما رحت على اللي هي البيلو، البرايس اللي هو تانجنت مع ال AVC. How much is لو خلينا نقول هيك 10 12 8 وهذا هيك 10. How much is total cost? Total cost equals 12 times 10 120 صح؟ How much is total revenue? 10 في 10 هذا Q صح؟ How much is TVC? 8 times Q. AVC times Q. Since TVC equals AVC times Q. So TVC, how much is it? 80. 8 times 10. 80. طب total cost قديش؟ 12 في 10 120 صح؟ طب التي اف سي قديش؟ تي سي ماينس تي في سي صح؟ لأنه هي تي سي 120 and تي في سي 80 تي اف سي equals 120 ناقص minus 80 equals 40 صح؟ هي إذا تي في سي هيو هيك 8 times 10. All right? طيب. Now let's assume that the price will be tangent to the minimum AVC. So in this case, we have a loss. We have a loss, but our advice to this business to keep working, not to close, because the price is bigger than AVC. طب هذا المنطقة هيك price minus AVC عارفين شو بسموها؟ normal profit. قلنا TR minus TVC هو normal profit. بمعنى هي اللوس عندي الايكونوميك لوس وهذا هيك normal profit. price minus AVC times Q. TR minus TVC صح؟ تمام. طيب let us assume that the price is tangent to the AVC. ده مرة بدي أحطه هيك tangent and the last case below AVC to determine the shutdown point here, right? So the fifth case here, when the price tangents the minimum AVC Q, ATC, AVC, MC, price MR. ماشي حاضر ابو حمزه استنى نشوف بس. لا هو الازرق فاهي. اوكي ماشي. MC AVC ATC. Here we will assume that the price tangents the minimum AVC. This is the price here. Equals MR equals D. Where's the equilibrium point? MR equals MC. This is the equilibrium point. Here's the price. How much is AVC? Hey. AVC. صح؟ Q. What is it? What is this point here? It is the equilibrium point and exactly the shutdown point. Here, this is the shutdown point at which the price equals AVC or total revenue. How much is total revenue? Price times the quantity. Let us assume that the price equals 10 and AVC equals 10 as well. How much is total revenue? Price times quantity. Let us assume it's 8 here. تمام? The total revenue equals 10 times 8 equals 80. The total variable cost TVC 10 times 8 AVC times Q. صح؟ مظبوط؟ صح؟ فاهمين ولا منيلين؟ فاهمين؟ فاهمين. طيب عاد احكوا. إذا in this case, here if the price equals AVC, here this is the shutdown point. What is your advice to the business here? The same, either to work or to close down. The same. Do we have a profits or loss in this case? Loss, exactly, no. Loss, we have a loss because to determine the value of loss, we have to go to the ATC. To determine this is ATC. ATC is bigger than the price. Here we have a loss, an economic loss, and what? Working equals closing down. صح؟ الشغل زي القعدة. مظبوط؟ How much is the normal profit? Zero. Zero. صح؟ طيب. If the price was like this here. Let us assume that the price was below AVC. The last case, when the price is, here is the AVC, and the price was below AVC. Here, price equals MR equals D. What do you see? Huh? Here's the equilibrium point. What is your advice here? To determine the value of AVC, we have to take a vertical distance to AVC, صح؟ هذا هيك تقاطع مع AVC صح؟ وهذا price. وهذا هيك ماله؟ ATC. صح؟ مظبوط؟ What about AVC is bigger than the price? صح؟ مظبوط؟ AVC is bigger than the price. So what is your advice to this business? To close down. طيب, let us assume here that ATC equals 15 and AVC equals 12 and the price equals 10 and the quantity equals 8. Calculate the following. TVC, TFC, TC, total profit, total revenues. كله. Total revenue كيف بدنا نحسبه؟ The price times the Q. 10 في 8 ب 80. This is total revenue. صح؟ إذا TR equals 10 times 8, 80. طيب, total variable cost TVC 12 في 8. قديش هذا؟ 96. طيب TC 120. TFC TC minus TFC minus TVC قديش هذا؟ 24 34 24 24. طب MC طب MR margin revenue قديش؟ هيا 10 ايه هيو price equals MR 10 طب MC at equal here برضو 10 MR equals MC صح؟ In this case we have what about the total profits or loss total profit total economic profits total revenue minus TC بمعنى هيو هيك عندي هاي total revenue minus total cost بصفي عندي هذا كله هيك خسارة loss صح؟ هيو مظبوط؟ الفرق ما بينه 5 في 8 ب 40 صح؟ or total revenue minus total cost total revenue 80 ناقص 120 سالب 40 minus 40 this is the total economic profits which is negative in this case. How much is the normal profit? Normal profit should be negative as well. Total revenue minus total cost. Normal profit equals total revenue minus TVC. Total revenue قديش؟ How much is it؟ قديش كانت البرايسز هنا؟ هذا قديش كانت؟ 10 12 15 total revenue 80 minus TVC 96 minus 16. This is the normal profit. What about the economic profit? Minus 40 as we said. Economic profits? لا لا times Q. طبعا هيو normal profits بيساوي هو either نقول total revenue minus TVC or P minus AVC كله times Q. جربيها try it. البرايس قديش عندنا 10 times minus AVC 12 كله times the Q at this point 8. The same result. هيو minus 2 times 8 equals minus 16. هو the same. هي بتسأل إنه بقدر أجيبه من البرايس minus AVC بس times the Q. Result times the Q. تمام. So to summarize عندنا هيك we have about five cases or 6 cases. Number 1, if the price or demand curve was above ATC and tangent to ATC, below ATC but above AVC, tangent AVC and below AVC. This is the break-even point, the shutdown point. That's it. If demand curve was in between here, we have a loss, but our advice is to keep working. If it was below, we have a loss, and shutting down or closing down is better here. Right? يعطيكم العافية.